Okay, folks, welcome back. It's a late Saturday weekly review. Appreciate your patience. All right, so the housekeeping bit of this video, I want to say it first because your attention span is the highest right now. So I've banned 4 recent members. One of them was a charter member. 3 of them are relatively new startups. You cannot post the videos to public forums. That means Google Drives. You can't put them on P-Cloud. You can't put them on anything but your own hard drive. The company I use, every week they send me a report and tells me which usernames are being found on public forums. And I don't care how many times you apologize. You tell me that it's only for your own, your own use. There's no reason for you to upload my content to a public forum, like a YouTube, like a P-Cloud, like a Google Drive. There's absolutely zero reason for you to do that. Zero. Okay, so again, I'm just reminding you, I don't care about your sob story when you're gone. I've told you this before. It's in the terms. You can't do it. So it's just a matter of time. They're going to get you. And I don't care what your story is. Okay? So the other bit of business, when you're in the forum, conduct yourself professionally. And if you don't, I will remove you. All right? So you have been made abreast of the things that you already agreed to joining here. Okay, so also, if you're sharing when you're not supposed to be sharing, you don't know what these people are doing with your content that you purchased. Okay, so if they're uploading it, trying to be buddy-buddy, or maybe they're trying to make a dime on it, selling it to other people for access or whatever, they're going to screw you. And again, I don't care about your sob story. So just remember, I'm reminding you once again, I don't care what it is as an excuse as why you're putting my content on these forums, okay? It's not allowed. It's my content. It's my intellectual property. And those individuals that are selling it, I have 4 suits that I'm going through right now, okay? And believe me, I don't care if they pay me the money. They're going to pay it in lawyer fees. And that's all I want, because they're going to lose. Believe me, they're going to lose. And I got lots more time and a lot more money than they do. All right, so with that out of the way, the forum, we're going to be doing no more tweets. Okay, I'm not tweeting you when the videos go up on the forum anymore. It's your job to go there every single Wednesday and Friday. Okay, so I've worked it out with my family. We've done a really good job with moving things around. So I should have the weekly reviews posted by 3:30 p.m. Friday, and the Wednesday review posted by 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. Okay, my local time. So I won't be tweeting. It'll just go to the forum at the current month. Okay, and the commentary video will be the most recent upload. Okay. I am also creating an area where if I'm wanting to communicate to the membership, you'll want to subscribe to that thread, and I'll obviously mention it when we do our Wednesday review, because there's really nothing to talk about because I've already said it verbally here. But intra week, like if there's something I want your attention drawn to, I will post it there. Or if there's something having to do with the forum, or if we're encountering technical things. Right now, the 2017 mentorship group, charter level, they're encountering some issues with not being able to access their old files. Okay, so I have not kicked you out. If you're getting into the forum, there's your sign. You're okay. It just means that we have so many of you, we may not have clicked the little toggle box when we were transitioning everyone and migrating. So it's just a matter of time before we get to you this evening, and it'll be taken care of. So don't panic. Don't send me any more emails. If I haven't responded to your email, it's because I'm responding to you now. Okay, so I know you can see these videos, but you just can't get to the old monthly content. and it'll be resolved tonight. Okay. What time exactly? It'll be before midnight my local time. Just give me a little bit more time. All right, so the economic calendar will be seen with a bank holiday on Monday for Euro. And GDP, high impact for cable, London Open on Monday, and manufacturing production at 4:30 a.m. And on Tuesday, London Open GBP, average earning index, and unemployment rate. So there should be a lot of volatility Monday and Tuesday for cable. And I'll show you what I think they may be reaching for when we get to the charts. And on New York Open for Tuesday, 8:30 a.m., the news embargo lifts, and we have core PPI for dollar index medium impact. And on Wednesday, we have high impact 8:30 a.m. CPI and core CPI. And on Thursday, we have tentative OPEC meetings. And then we have Friday, New York Open, core retail sales, and then at 10 a.m., consumer sentiment. So it's a lot of cable-related news drivers this week. So be mindful of that. And again, I'll mention what I think may transpire as a result of all that. Let's go over to the charts. All right, so here's our dollar index. This is a daily chart. We had a really nice response off of the level we looked for that weekly SIBI, and we had consequent encroachment deliver a really nice, stunning response there. We took out these equal lows, and now we're about to challenge this low here. If we make it, below this low, I want you to pay attention to this candle right here. This is a propulsion candle. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be the turning point. We run the sell stops and then we rally higher. It can do that. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think maybe we'll get a little bit of a bounce in here to set up a little bit longer term swing trade to probe the short side of the dollar and intermediate term long on foreign currency. So in other words, we want to see it bounce here to set up a bounce higher, trade into some premium array on a 4-hour or 1-hour chart, and then, or maybe if we open down here, this creates a fair value gap. We could see something like that form. That would be interesting to see that. But I want to see at least an up close candle on the daily chart, at least one. That to me would be an ideal scenario to set up the next round of short selling. I don't want to do anything chasing it here because it's already extended and we're so close to a liquidity pool. It's just doesn't make sense to chase short dollar here. But if we make a run below this, say we get the setup here, and it has a little bit of a correction, and we do see some measure of selling on the dollar, and we break below here, my attention is immediately taken to here. All of this, okay? Not so much of that, Michael. We gotta get it. Right there, because we did have sell side offered to this point. So we have liquidity void right in here. So in the form of a BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, that's just what's remaining. That is the low I'm looking for as the trigger to get to here. Otherwise, up in here, we can still bang around consolidated. Okay. One of the things I'm watching, and that has me a little apprehensive about this coming out and saying, okay, I'm going to be short dollar, is if we look at gold, and I know I'm going to be overlapping a little bit here, but it is what it is. I mentioned that we had these equal highs. We've mentioned this months ago as well, but it's taken this long to get to where we are right now. We have relative equal highs still, then we have another layer of buy-side liquidity above equal highs. This could still just expand, run the 1369, 1370 buy-side liquidity, and then at the same time it's doing this, in a perfect world, dollar should be declining continuously, okay, as the gold market rallies. I gotta just a gut feeling, and it's just an experience thing. There's really nothing I can just hang my my view on in terms of this is what it is. It just feels like they're going to keep dollar in that range on the daily. And what range am I referring to? It could break below this low a little bit, maybe shallow, maybe hit the propulsion candle here, and then kick it back up inside the range from this high to whatever low forms off of the propulsion candle. It will be range bound still, and gold could still run up here and hit this buy-side liquidity pool. If we see a complete reversal at that moment, okay? See, there's a lot of things that are so close. I don't want to be intermediate term. I don't want to be like swing trading on a 4-hour chart, short dollar, because we're so close to levels that would really complete a intermediate term swing for that condition. We have a liquidity pool here, propulsion candle, and then again gold, because it's closely correlated to the dollar. It's inversely related. So if dollar's going lower, you want to see gold going higher. And if we do not see gold rally up to this level here and clear that and break down, and it continues to go higher, that would really fuel the idea that we're probably making a longer term run to close this in. Now, will it be a straight shot? I don't believe so. It'll probably be one of those like long drawn out stair stepping things. Okay, so that's what I personally think. Because we have a lot of layered sell side liquidity in here. They're close, but I don't think they're just going to make a big run down. Now, obviously, it can make me look like a liar here, and it's okay. I don't care, because if we do break below this low, I already know that I can get in there on an hourly chart, maybe a 4-hour chart, and position myself something for the run down here. Not being a trader of the dollar, but the analysis would be short dollar and long foreign currency. So that's what I'm thinking for right now for the dollar, and what are the catalysts that would hinder or help. I'm watching gold. Okay, so just rewind the video and listen to the things I said relative to the dollar, and you'll get my frame of mind. Moving over to euro dollar. Last week I mentioned that this would be the upside leader because it is so reluctant to go lower, while cable was just free falling the whole month of May. We had a buy side liquidity pool outlined here. We had a fair value gap in here, and a buy side liquidity pool resting above this candle as well. All three traded to upside objectives. I have consequent encroachment in here from this low to this high in here. You can see it had a really nice reaction there as well. Bullish order block. When institutional order flow is bullish, price opens on this candle, trades down into it. We'll look at a lower time frame. You'll see those levels handsomely respected, and then expanding up on the non-farm payroll. The 1-hour chart, we zoom out a little bit, it's a little too tight there. Here's consequent encroachment, beautiful, and then here's that daily bullish order block. Nice response here, fair value gap, see that? Beautiful, accumulation, order block retest again, and then overlapping with a rejection block. In this swing, lowest down close, bullish rejection block, and bullish order block relative to the daily chart, and then expansion on the outside ahead of non-farm payroll. Relative equal highs here. And if we look at the high on this candle, 113.08. So if we do 30 pips above that, it would be 113.38. And the high comes in here at 113.48. So it's all, 114, good grief, 113.47, I apologize. So we almost went, 40 pips above here, which is, again, what you would expect when we are trading so close to the big figure, 113. Remember, these are all part of the rules I've given you. If we're going to clear equal highs or run a buy-side liquidity pool, and it factors in around the big figure, in this case it's the 113 big figure, it won't just go a 10, 20, and 30. It can expand 40. Go back and listen and watch those the characteristics around big figures. It's beautifully illustrated here. Okay. Now, obviously, it's non-farm payroll. It's not a big day for us technically. But again, it's really fun to go back and look at all of the signatures still when this market still finds a way of trading right to where the logical levels of liquidity would be, and the characteristics around mid figures and big figures. The daily, let's go back out again. Where are we at right now? I don't like all of this in here because it doesn't give us any kind of need to go back lower. So we might just be held in consolidation. Might see a little bit of retracement. I don't think they'll give it all back. It would be better if they didn't. I believe that the euro dollar, because of its leadership and the characteristics I've outlined and listed the last 2 times in our recordings, why this was the upside leader and where it should reach, it's fulfilled that. So now they can hold euro dollar in consolidation and allow cable to expand. Now we have a breaker here. We have the swing high, relative equal highs. Price ran up here on, this is the previous month, May, non-farm payroll. And this was that Judas swing. Price traded all the way down. So I'm watching this breaker. Now, long term, I don't know if we're going to hit this and then resume going lower, or if we're going to go to that and go higher. I feel that we're going to want to go back to that. And because Euro has more or less completed everything we've outlined from a premium array standpoint on the daily chart, I believe that it will allow, especially, and remember the calendar this week, it's heavy GBP. So they may use the economic calendar as a smokescreen to drive this thing up. Maybe they'll give us some kind of like a broken wing robin trick. You ever watch a robin, a bird, when its baby is being taught to fly and it's on the ground? If there's a predator in the area, it'll act like the mother will act like it's got a broken wing, and then the predator will see, well, that's a bigger meal, and it's already hurt, so it's going to be easier to catch that. The little thing may run away, and really it may not be all that worthwhile catching it and eating it. So what I mean by that is, you're probably saying, what am I doing talking about nature? It's an analogy that I wouldn't be surprised if they give us some kind of a fake out Sunday. Like they want to sell it off here and get folks wanting to trade it short, and then ram this thing up on Monday and Tuesday with the unemployment number and the other high impact news that was for GBP this week. I think it'll be 2 candles that do it. I think that's all that's really necessary. The liquidity is resting above here, and we have imbalance in the form of SIBI here, and then we have a breaker. So this is a target. I don't look at that as a trade to this and go short. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what I'm looking at. Now, it can do that, but I'm not utilizing that in the form of my analysis. I'm just saying that this is where I think it logically may reach for. I don't want to short it, and I don't want to be more bullish than the breaker for now. That obviously something might change technically intra-week that would allow me to do a higher objective, but for right now, I just don't have it. And we do have a small little SIBI here, and then we have the bearish order block here. Longer term, if we do get a real erosion on the dollar index going lower, this equal high, this could be like a December 2019 objective. So we could be looking for this around the winter of this year. Okay, that's the long term probability. Okay, I'm not saying that it's in the cards right now, but if we can get all of the things lined up and a complete breakdown on the dollar index, this would be where I would expect the cable market to be in December. Okay, dropping down into an hourly chart. Actually, let's go back into the daily real quick. We have the down close candle here, which is a bullish order block, order flow. Remember, we're watching down close candles while market is bullish. Drop into an hour chart now. You can see a really nice order block traded to here. And also, we have this one. So even if you didn't pay attention on the daily, which is stupid not to, but it overlaps also with the down close candle here, the most prominent big-bodied candle with the lowest close. Not any of these, because they're all inside of the range between its close and its open. So these are insignificant. This is the major order block. And this daily blue line here, this is the bullish order block relative to the daily chart. And you can see a really nice drop down in here, expansion, and then non-farm payroll release to the upside. Equal highs, high comes in at 27.43, and the high is 27.62. So just about 20 pips of a run above in terms of the equal highs, which is, typical non-farm payroll. It'll get you real close sometimes, and sometimes it'll blow way out and go well beyond what you thought it was going to do. But that's that. Last bit of business. I'll look at the Canadian dollar here. I like this area here if we see continuation on the downside for dollar. So we have a BISI here, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, liquidity pool, and that would put us in the range of 32.06. 132.06. And that would take us below here. And I want to see a bullish response here once this closes to create some kind of a bounce on the daily to set up a longer term run to make these lows give up their sell side liquidity. And again, that's all contingent on whether we see that complete erosion on the dollar on the downside. I gave you the study points here. We want to see it bounce. We want to see the daily create at least one up close on the daily chart. It doesn't need to be a big candle, just an up close. And then I would expect some scenarios to filter out a rollover going lower on the dollar and then higher foreign currency as a result. But I think now cable has the opportunity to catch up with what euro has done last week. And that, my friends, is going to be it for this week. I will catch up with you by way of the forum and on Wednesday's review. Till then, I wish you good luck and good trading.